And that's going to do it. Campbell doesn't even have to inbound the ball, and they don't. 67-53, Campbell on to the tournament. Gary Edwards over to congratulate Billy Lee as the Camels celebrate their biggest day in college basketball. Campbell wins it 67-53 over Charleston Southern. For Mike Glenn and our ESPN crew, Steve Zabriskie sending you back to Chris Fowler.
All right, fellas, our congratulations to the Fighting Camels, their first ever trip to the NCAA Tournament, the third team now to clinch an automatic bid.
How charming is the story of Campbell University? Coach Lee had never signed an autograph before he came here. He said he and his staff took more than 900 phone calls the past couple days, and their goal, he said, is to hang around like a loose tooth. Kind of like you guys, Mel.
Campbell mania running rampant in Bowie's Creek. And let's take a look at the starting lineups. Tony Lang still in the lineup. Grant Hill will be coming off the bench for Duke. Mocknick and Spinks, the two guys to watch for Campbell. And it has to be quite a thrill for the Fighting Camels making their first ever appearance in the NCAA Tournament. Vital statistics on the Fighting Camels. We mentioned from Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. Laettner against Joe Spinks. The Blue Devils against the Fighting Camels.
The Fighting Camels fighting for position around the jump circle.
There's a brother who's also involved in this bracket, playing for University of Texas. He'll be in action later. Campbell has not converted.
Duke is...
They know who to get it to in the open court, don't they? Hurley.
Oh, nice job by Eisen. Campbell's got a 5-on-1.
Eisen buries it. And it's... Spinks puts up a three. And the crowd getting into it now. The Camels have found an oasis, outscoring Duke 5-0 in the last minute 17 seconds. Bring on the Bulls next.
The folks from Campbell think they're rushing their shots. They're not being patient enough. They want to come out with a little more confidence the second half. But as Coach Billy Lee said before the game, hey, they're shaking bacon. We're buying fries. Mel?
The king of the one-liners, Billy Lee, and a look at the...
Ellison has shown no reluctance to whack people.
For sure.
He's a very aggressive basketball player.
Campbell coach Billy Lee said of playing Duke, we're like a dog chasing a car. Now that we've caught it, what do we do with it? 8 for 22 in this 17 straight. Martin puts up a three-pointer, and that breaks the ice.
Back in Greensboro Coliseum with the real star of Campbell University, this is Gaylord, the team mascot. Gaylord, what do you think of the Duke Blue Devils? Oh, Gaylord, that's no way to act. Is it true if you were to transfer to South Bend, you'd be the humpback of Notre Dame? Back to you, Mel.
Oh, Leslie. Martin for three. Mocknick with a tip-in. Here come the Camels.
And as our Billy Packer mentioned before the ball game, at Campbell University is one of the oldest basketball schools, basketball camps in the country.
Started in 1954 by Fred McCall and Bones McKinney.
Here tonight.
Martin for three. Steve Martin with 6 points, and it's 51-20.
Had to impress a few people with his skill.
Mocknick on the miss, tipped in by Mark Mocknick. Good second effort by Mark. On the dish to Martin. Good fake. Mocknick for three more. And a foul underneath. The basket counts, and the foul is called on Cherokee Parks. Mocknick has cut the Duke lead to 56-37. He has 18 points.
He comes in with the reputation as a three-point shooter, and
Billy Grant Hill, Brian Davis, and Tony Lang. Martin hits it. That's a two-pointer. He was over the line. Finals, we have a matchup of Shaquille and Alonzo Mourning.
They've got some roadblocks to clear before they get there.
Yes, they do. Laettner tips it back to Mocknick, who scores. Mark Mocknick with 20 points to lead. Billy Lee said, we're going to be the only team in the tournament without a stoplight in the city limits. And we have confirmed that there are no stoplights in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. Steve Martin.
That's a tough shot over top of the 6'11". Meek coming right at you.
Mocknick, 4-3. Having quite a night. Mocknick for 3. Oh, yes, what a stroke. 29 points for Mark Mocknick. Advances, winning as expected over the 16-seeded Fighting Camels of Campbell. 82-56 our final score. But a great performance from Mark Mocknick, who finished with 29 points, one off his career high. Also had a career high in rebounds with 10 for Campbell.
There's not too many guys that score 29 points against the Duke Blue Devils. I don't care which team they play on, but Mark Mocknick with a tremendous effort tonight.